What's going on YouTube? Another video yet again. Just want to make mention of my last two videos. Please subscribe and like and share my videos. Hopefully you guys to see the algorithm on YouTube and all of YouTube to help to secure my channel, to get my channel the viewership and the viewership of all of YouTube. And hopefully you guys enjoy those videos. Hopefully, I don't know where to begin. I'm a little out for words on this video, kind of bit, but I might as well said, you know what? I told myself a few days ago I was on a seesaw of doing this video, and I said, I don't know whether I should do it or not, but it's the truth that I have to bring myself to really actually share with you guys. And it's a hard one, and I've done a lot of hard videos over time, and this one's a little bit personal. The fact of the title, the point of this video is I've been a porn addict since the time I was 7 years old, unfortunately. I didn't want to become a porn addict. I didn't decide to become one or be one or be sexually active and to anoint my body and myself and my mind all together at once with so many things I've done in my life that I would say I'm sort of kind of really not proud of in certain areas. But I've truly improved on those certain factors a little bit as early on and have been very productive and anointedly protective of my life, all yes due to thanks to my parents and their teachings and everything else they've done for me, no matter how, if we do have a sort of a love-hate relationship towards each other. The fact of the matter is, in one facet or another, people say, oh, porn damaged my life. Porn didn't really help me in the capacity level where I can't get a girlfriend. I can't get nobody to marry me. I don't have a life. I masturbated or whatnot 50,000 times, 100,000 times throughout my course of my life, and that's all things I know how to do. I got a sex doll and everything else too. Yeah, we're a little bit somewhat unfortunate in certain capacities too, whatever the case may be. We all have our vices and our grievances and our gripes and regrets. But all throughout the same time, there's only one thing that kept us going. And that's the almighty power that oversees everything, that let us be and do whatever we do with our bodies or whatnot, though, and perpetuating ourselves in the privacy of our own homes, in the privacy of how we do things as human beings to relieve certain stressors, if you guys want to call from that point in those perspectives, because there's different distressors that we use to distress ourselves of not being stressed out throughout our lives. And the thing is, it was just one of these distressors, and yes, I'm still, unfortunately, have to do it because based upon my critique of work, side hustling, work that I do, like I told y'all, I'm not really too proud of the certain things or whatnot, though, that I had to take on. But when as the old saying goes, and like I said, I'm not really necessarily a needy person or whatnot, though, or hard up for anything. But you know, when your back is against the wall in life, and when you gotta make certain life choices, and you gotta bring certain things to the table, and for your family's table, and for your spouse's table, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, as long as you're doing it without hurting no one. And for some reasons or whatnot, yes, we can't really, if we go that avenue, yes, it's still hurting people because you got the young, precious minds or whatnot looking at this type of stuff and wondering, oh, I could do that too, but I could do it at that age and not do it at the productive age where I got a mind and I could think and I could actually make a choice in my life and curtail it and say, you know what, this is the life path I want to choose on. That's the truth that aligns with me in my life and what I enjoy of doing for myself and whatever career path I choose to make it for myself. And the thing is, we all don't get those choices sometimes. Now, me, personally, I'll be honest, I volunteered to a degree in that lifestyle, in the adult entertainment lifestyle. I sufficiently took on selfly on that lifestyle because I needed to make a quota or whatnot, a certain line where I had to cover in my life and try to survive the best way I can and everything I had to do. The checks start to slow down. Everybody has a story. The circumstances changed on. Lifestyle circumstances, financial circumstances, social economical circumstances. Everything has a reason why things go the way they somewhat don't expect, but still go with what they have to go in order for you to get to that next step. Sometime to try to go to that other next step that you truly actually want for yourself of that righteous lifestyle and that righteous career, that righteous path and alignment for yourselves and for minds as well. And the porn addiction and whatnot really took me down a dark spiral in my life. Has it affected me greatly? Sure it has. I ain't gonna lie, I'm still hooked on it. Unfortunately. It's easy as to say that a lot of people keep it private or whatnot in their lives or whatnot though, but hey, people live lives for a reason, man. That's why you got your couples and you got your singles. And your married ones and your non-married ones. Period. And if you are dealing with somebody, you're like almost in the middle, in between, or whatever the case may be, but you're still not satisfied somewhat in that capacity of not being, still not happy. Because there's somewhat of a frequency chemical indifference between the person that you're with and what scales that you're on with that individual of who you're with. And I gotta be honest with y'all, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long stretched path for over 25 years or whatnot, maybe 24 years of me doing things to my body, though, if you want to call it distressive, how I would call it as that, to actually eliminate certain stresses in my life that I truly didn't ultimately enjoy. I mean, put it like this, say lost your job, you lost your girl, you had a fight with them, and you, some days, yeah, you'll think of wanting to try to reconnect and try to get that tightness back with her, but then you have your spare moments or whatnot that said, damn, I'm just trying to get that off my mind for a minute. It happens to all the best of us, though, and I know somebody said that phrase, but every YouTuber said that before me right now. And people that are not even YouTubers, close friends of mine, close family members of mine said the same thing. They done the whole deed or whatnot of having a porn addiction. Except mine took me where it actually eliminated my sexual prowess to not be ashamed of my own body. That's what it did to me. I mean, it doesn't make any difference whether, if, you know, like I said, I'm still Sketch a Peaze. I still got a love for humanity or whatnot, though. But I still have a side of me where, when I'm that other person or whatnot, or in that certain moment in my period in my life, that I'm doing these certain acts to myself or with other people, it takes the source off of you, where it gives you a whole new life experience of escapism. Now, I know I'm probably saying that, though, that's a simple cop-out, or whatever the case may be. That's a cliche, but I'm going to tell you about all cliches of cliches pertaining to this subject matter. It has made me a little bit better in certain areas of my life. Now, do I say porn is a good thing? No, it's not. Is it a good thing to distress and to unclench yourself sometimes? Yeah. If you want to go that route, or you could do an alternative route, like I do sometimes. I go to the gym. I haven't really been exercising that much because I've been so stressed out, a little bit strenuously. I would say stressed out, but like kind of pillar post or whatnot with my own personal works. But it could take a toll on your body too. You know, when you go to sleep late, after hours, around 3 to 5 a.m., and you've been up nearly all day to like 9 a.m. to 10 o'clock in the morning, it could take a toll on your body. And it's taken a toll on mine so far. Oh, and I'm overworked, man. Since last year, bits of last year, I've been trying to take it easy these last couple of days, but really haven't been able to, because I'm a night person and whatnot, though. So I don't know, because my girl, she's a morning person, and you know, she's asleep before I'm even going to sleep. She'd be up, and then I'd be going to sleep sometimes. And I need to break that cycle, though, because I used to go to sleep a little bit earlier, about like 9:30, sometime 11:30 at night. Even 11:30 is kind of pushing it, near 12 o'clock. But even that little bit's unhealthy too. It's best to just get your rest early, like around between your hours of 9:30 and 10 o'clock, 10:30. No, but for a young person or whatnot, though, it's just best to get your rest all together a little bit more. But for anybody in general. But either way, not to get off the subject, I've been living with this my whole life, like any other person that's human, that could talk and breathe air, and that could hear me say this on camera and on this video. And anybody got a soul and a spirit. It's our shadow sides that play mind tricks on us when we get into these type of demonic vices in our lives. And yes, porn is a demonic vice. There's no cutting around it. It could be a good vice if you use it for the goodness of distressing, but it could be a demonic vice if you use it in certain facets or whatever the case may be. And it's a stigma, man. It's a crossroad stigma where you have to make certain the certain choices of whether or not to go back on being your old self and rid the porn and non-flap and do a decompressing period of relapsing, or just do an activity, exercise, do some boxing, you know, go for a run or jog, hang out with friends and family if you got any, girlfriend, whatever. sometimes that could be a little toxic too, or whatnot. Though friends and family could be toxic, anybody could be toxic too. But you have to make sure you bring certain distances from the ones that's actually the initiators for your porn habit. And that's where somewhat bit of my family has a little, I say, little 20 to 25% role of my habit of me perpetuating myself into that type of manner within my life. And becoming an adult film star or whatnot though on the side, and not really necessarily being kind of ashamed of it, but somewhat feel somewhat stigma and a little bit of, I say, rather disappointment to other people looking on to how you became, what was your background, what assumptions they might think of you, or trying to take shots at you and saying, "Oh, you're just another fluffer in the winds like all the rest of the fluffers that got no life and don't have, a certain position in life where it's the actual noble thing to do of having a career status and a career title for yourself, for your life." And that's the thing right there that certain people kind of don't understand and get though. Now, in that whole industry or whatever the case may be, people need to be grateful that they have that type of work, because trust me, if those guys, all the men today wanted to opt out in that industry and to relieve their porn addiction and to focus on more productive works and to have a more bit of a somewhat not perfect life of balance where it shifts from actually being something negative into a positive of them overcoming and not succumbing on to the porn addiction, we'll have a better world, to be honest, truth be told. Because, sexual vices take its toll too now. Everything has its positives and negatives, to say the least. I say porn can be for my medicine or whatever the case may be, though. But then that could really actually be, when you overindulge into something, or if something's too good, it usually overdoes you. And overuses you, overdoses you, anything that you intake more, it's off to the races. It's a done deals after that. At that point, at that limit, at that time. And, it's just something that you got to really actually tell yourself and, and actually encourage others that deals with this type of issues, that to hang on for a little bit longer. Find God in your heart. Find God in your soul. And actually take God into commitment. And actually tell him in your prayers, and the prayer that you do saying upon your prayers, is that, one, thank him for life, two, thank him for seeing another day, and three, thank him for the opportunities that he's bestowed to you and to everyone else living upon the vices that we go through every day by the hoodwink of the demonic devils and devil worshippers that walks amongst us every day, that we have to tackle every day, each day and every time, to get to the next stage of our lives, to become something accomplished and of productive nobility of status in this lifetime. Because I'm going to tell y'all, that porn industry or whatnot don't save people's lives either way. Now, it can save lives in a way where only so many few have done that I've seen over time that missibly, kind of used it in a where they didn't really abuse it in ways where it actually took their whole lives under restraint and just finished them. Trust me, they have the stories. You guys seen it. If you guys ain't seen all those documentaries like I've seen it. Hell, I was up close, not with a couple of them. Went to the convention last year's, and all that and everything. Am I going back this year? Yeah. But like I told y'all, it's better to do something that's lifetime lasting than do something that's just to spare the moment. And my porn addictions and porn addictions for all human beings across the world, those are just for the moments. It's always good to have some alternatives in your lives and backup plans of saying, you know what? I actually want to change myself and change my life a whole good 180, 360 and whatnot, though, and become something a little bit more than what I am now. Even if I'm doing good or not. I want to elevate my life, though, to the best version of myself to the fullest capacity possible. And that's the grand slam right there that all of us want to get to that ultimate pinnacle and ultimate blessed destination in our lives, to be blessed, to have that blessing, and to share and settle all those blessings amongst people that truly actually need those blessings to come to them. And it's tough. It's a tough road. It's a tough thing to break in a cycle like this. But the true thing is that the reason why I made such a video like this is the fact that those ones that is dealing with what I'm dealing with right now, whether if they're in the entertainment business or in the adult entertainment business industry and still doing this type of mess and doing this shit and just doing it, period. Don't be ashamed. We all have our vices. We just do. We just do. And there's no cutting around it. Like I said, it could really strain our lives for a while. Hell, I went 10 years without no girlfriends. I had a few flings or whatnot here and there. A few talks, a few cafe talks, movie theater outings, different lovely women in my life. But maybe that's something that God didn't want for me. He didn't want me to use that porn or whatnot, though. He wanted me to actually live life. And he still wants me to live life. So it's never too late to stop that addiction. But if you're going to use that addiction, use it for a purpose where it's actually needed to maybe somewhat improve your sexual style or sexual lifestyle in a capacity where it doesn't overtake and overshadows your life. That's why it made me better. Because it had castrated it for a little while, but it made me think to be more open to things where kind of thought things were taboo at the moment. And I know there's been people that said the same thing I said out my mouth in the past. Even for top entertainment professionals and adult film professionals said the same thing that I just said. Is what you do with it that makes the difference of it. If you use it for positive or negative. Because if you use it for positive, then you already guys know what the answer to that road is. If you use it for the positive and not as a crutch. If you use it for a negative and it be the crutch, well, you're just wasting your life, and you're wasting your time, and you're wasting your energy, and you're wasting all those precious hours or whatnot, though, that you could be really actually doing something with yourself productively. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably gonna be really mixed on this video. I can understand that. It'll be mixed reactions, but I'm just telling you guys raw and honest about me. That I'm not scared of who I really am. I'm not scared of being just a multifaceted businessman that only wants to give people joy in the world. That's my true identity, ladies and gentlemen. That's where the cookie crumbles with me at. That's the one thing that sets me apart from all the rest of those people out there outside in the world and all those YouTubers on YouTube. Period. There's no other way to cut it or slice it or dice it with me. But the ultimate thing is that we only live once in this world, and then it's gone. So it's best to make, and it's best to experience, and it's best to treasure all those moments that you have with people that truly, actually, really had your best interest at heart and really gave a fuck about you. Truthfully gave a fuck about you. And truly came in at the time of your suffering and of your aid. And actually talked it out and actually worked it out. Even hell, I had therapists and whatnot in the past. I talked it out about my addictions. And gave me the best solutions possible to curb some of those addictions sometimes. And yes, the exercises does help. The workouts does help. It's truth for the truth, period. Take a cold shower, sometimes take a middle hot cold shower. It helps. Read a book. You know, if you have to use the parental controls, use the parental controls on the devices if it's that ugly for yourself. I almost did it. Matter of fact, I did it maybe once or twice in my past. I did. I went a whole 2.5 months without porn at all. No porn at all. 2.5. But soon enough, though, since I got my mate, I knew I somewhat kind of found that one in my life, and hopefully we'll still be together or whatnot a few more years. But if we don't, and if it does have something to do with my addiction and an abuse of this addiction, then hey, y'all can critique this video any way you choose. But the fact of the matter is, this is a very honest video and an honest version of me that I never intended, but now have intended to share y'all never before seen through me. Dude, you'd probably be shocked that I'm even going through these type of situations. And this situation right here. Just like those sex survivors too. They've gone through the porn addictions too. That's where it interconnects at. Abusive homes, strict family homes sometimes. Can't really actually somewhat be yourself. Be somewhat your true identity that aligns with yourself. I know about all that. And the human nature will keep going on and on and on with that unless you guys use it for the right reasons, for rightful reasons in private and with the person that you love the most in your lives. That's it. If you use it for negative and want to hurt people with it and actually go out like Ted Bundy or anything like that, hey man, you guys already know what time it is. And you guys already set the rule about what that does to you and what it could scar in your life. So, I'm going to leave you guys with that on this video. And this was hard for me to let all that out, but now I feel a little bit better off brushed off my shoulders with all that. Hopefully you guys understand where I'm kind of coming at in this video and understand that everything in this life is precious in every moment. Even when you're in the moment of doing it, though, you're whacking off or whatnot, though. It's the most exciting feeling you could actually get in your entire life. Something like being born again. That's how it feels like. That sexual urge that nudges on you. But hey, it ain't nothing better to preserve your life and live your life stress-free and positively, even through the midst of all that. And do it productively instead of negatively and over-criticizing yourself and have shame on yourself and what others think of you, what it actually means to your life, and actually depressurize you from using those type of critique techniques in private where others might suspend you and say, you know what? I knew he was like that. I knew he was look like that in those sort of ways where he wasn't really there with me in that relationship, and mine was totally on something else. As if your mate actually axes you. But it's never too late to turn the path to God. It's never too late to turn the path to God, even if you're in the entertainment industry or adult entertainment film industry. It's never too late to keep that balance. It's called keeping that productive balance. It's hard. It's extremely tough, but it could work if you believe in yourself, if you do it the right way, if you actually believe in yourself and actually apply yourself in other areas of your life where that could be maybe second to last place to some level. But this will be on this side and other stuff be on that side that's productive. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully you guys take this life lesson, life learn, like my other life lesson videos, and make it inside your lives that you guys truly feel you're sexually inapt or sexually alone or sexually lost and can't find your true identity in life, or can't find your true mate and you gotta be in relapse and gotta be in limbo. Y'all guys ain't gotta feel that way. You guys got it right here in your heart and your soul, and use that stuff in your heart and your soul into your mind to take you to the next step of your next chapter for your life. Until next time, peace out. Love y'all. Subscribe and like this video, and hopefully this video does something to you and affect your life in some capacity, in some way, in a near pro-balance, positive light and positive life advice for y'all. Peace out.